Elizabeth is helping me out with the camera shooting, and she says, yes, it's good. Okay. So, in the last installment, the last thing I taped, it was about, well, we were doing the suffering side of the matrix over here. And to review for people who pick up these videos in the middle and haven't seen the other ones, there's the beginning video that I made called the Psychological Flexibility Warm-Up. And that was about noticing your five senses experiencing and noticing your mental experiencing. And we used a pen. So we noticed a pen through our five senses. And we noticed the pen through our mental experiencing. And we asked, well, who's noticing the difference between five senses experiencing and mental experiencing of the pen? And it was, of course, me. I'm noticing the difference between my five senses experiencing and mental experiencing. Talked about noticing moving the whole body toward things that are important to us, like going to school, or taking care of the health, or taking care of the family, and stuff like that. And we talked about noticing moving away from unwanted mental experiencing, like fear and anxiety and sadness and those kind of things that we all do at times, and we move away from them. And this is about flexibly. This is that psychological flexibility, noticing me, or me doing the noticing, that sometimes I move this way, sometimes I move this way, and I can notice my mental experiencing, and I can notice my five senses experiencing while I'm moving toward things that are important to me, values, and moving away from unwanted mental experiencing. So let's go over another little thing that you can do over here. Well, you can do it any time, but what we call this is noticing hooks. Okay, let me tell you what a hook. Let's go into it. Let's say that you're a person who drives, or you're going down the road, one way or another, maybe on your bicycle or in your car, whatever age is watching this, and somebody pulls in front of you and cuts you off. You know, and you got to slam on the brakes and pull over to the side, you know, and the other person stops, you know, like that, and the other person looks at you and laughs at you and makes some, you know, rude gesture at you. And what do? You get tense, right? You know, you get tense, and you're tense anyway from pulling over. You know, having to slam on your brakes, you're all tensed up, and now the person's making weird gestures at you. Yeah, like that. And for whatever reason, the person can speed away, and you can't catch them. You know, they can move at the speed of light. You just can't catch them. So 20, 30 minutes go by, and you get home. There's somebody there for you to talk to, a neighbor or a family member or something. And what's the first thing that you tell them about?
Yeah.
The thing that happened to
Yeah.
you. That's, you know, so-and-so or whatever did that to me, cut me off. And not only did they cut me off, they did this obscene gesture at me. My goodness. And you're going on, and you're hooked. It's called hooked, you know, and the hook is referring to that feeling on the inside of you where you're hooked, you know. Well, it turns out there's all kinds of hooks throughout a day in somebody's life, okay? There's little hooks, okay, like, you know, I don't know, you go, oh, you can say it, what?
Like in class we have a blue chair, and if someone takes it, you're like,
oh, somebody took the blue chair, arr, arr. Exactly. Or, you know, you go into the cafeteria line maybe, and you're going to get your favorite food, your favorite dessert, and they're all gone.
yeah, and there's one left, and then right as you're going to reach it,
somebody snatches it, and, you know, you had your heart set on that thing, hook. Not the end of the world, but hooks you. And maybe a hook hangs around for a little while, 5, 10 minutes, you know. But there's all kinds of these little things that hook you in life. Maybe somebody says something to you, you know. I don't know, they just say just a little wrong thing. I'm not saying an insulting thing. It's just you take it a little bit the wrong way. You know, you heard of that? It's a hook. You can feel the tension. You can notice the tension. Okay? And as I said, it's a human condition that we all have these hooks. Elizabeth, that I'm presenting it to here, is in grade school, and I can tell, she knows what I'm talking about. Hooks, okay? We all know these little hooks that grab us. Okay, and obviously there's no problem with hooks because we all have hooks. The thing to do is to notice what you do next. And when I mean what you do next, it's always up here in the realm of behaviors. And you notice, well, walking, talking, like what you say next, what you do next. Do you do something with your hands or something next? Do you sit next? Literally, what's your body do right after you notice the hook? That's the thing. We're just noticing, whoop, there's a hook. I'm noticing I'm hooked. And now, what do you do next? So, now what you do next can be going ahead and moving toward what's important to you. But what you do next also be over here toward struggling with unwanted mental experiencing, like a hook? Exactly. Yes?
Like chasing someone?
There you go. And that chasing somebody might end up being over there toward a value, and that chasing somebody might be over here toward struggling with suffering. Could be either one. I don't know. And my point is that you notice the hook, and then you notice what you do next. Once again, it's from this psychologically flexible point of view of noticing a hook and simply notice what you do next. That's the whole routine. Now, the great thing about it is, of course, a lot of the stuff that we get hooked by is over here on our unwanted mental experiencing list. That's the stuff. But if you notice, once you get into noticing these hooks, there's value stuff that hooks you too. Like, I want to be with my family. I want to be with my, partner, my girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. I really want to be with them, right? These are hooks over here. I'm really looking forward to that dinner with the family, with the friends. I'm looking forward to the party. These are hooks. And they still got that little tension to them, a little bit of tension to them. So, anyway, so we can notice hooks and what we do next. And that's the basic thing for noticing both the suffering side and the value side, but noticing the hooks is a big part of this stuff. So, that's it. Notice your hooks and what you do next. Bye-bye.